Meeting you guys again after a long break, after a long nationwide break. I would say it's a combination of our weekends and also public holiday as a result of our historic victory by the opposition.
Yeah.
So where did you go for the long break, Ira?
I went to Johor Bahru.
To Johor Bahru?
Yes.
Okay, which part of Johor Bahru?
Nusa Jaya.
Nusa Jaya. Taman Uda is also in Johor Bahru, right?
Yes.
Taman Uda. Taman Uda is very familiar to me because ada itu ada case.
Taman Uda or Bandar Baru Uda?
Bandar Baru Uda Oh, not Taman Uda.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Because I still remember the case of a child was raped by the Indonesians, I think, in the estate. Right. I think it's somewhere in Uda something.
Bandar Baru Uda is not estate.
Not estate area.
No.
Oh, okay.
Bandar. City lah, city.
Oh, so it's quite urban there.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on with our topic today. As promised, anyway, during the election, we have campaigned, a duration for campaigns like for a few days, and it becoming intense, approaching the election day, which is on May 9. May 9. Yes, May 9. Mm-hmm. So, I occupied myself with reading newspapers and the media, okay, which I believe many people did the same thing. We read, and obviously the reading came from the internet, okay, mostly. So when you read the articles, related to the election, which just ended, was it in BM or in Bahasa? How about you?
Mostly I watch Awani.
Okay, you watch Awani. This is what you watch. You listen to Awani in Bahasa. Yes. How about your reading?
My reading, I think mostly in Bahasa.
Mostly in Bahasa, yes. But it's a combination. You know why? Why it's a combination of languages? Because Pakatan Harapan, they are comprised of multicultural society there, yes. Okay, compared to BN and PAS. So most of the time they also wrote, okay, and also spoke in English. Yeah, yes. So that is why from time to time I came across certain vocabularies which I as a language teacher, I also, to an extent, I also refer to the dictionaries. All right. So for today, we are going to discuss English-related vocabularies, okay, which are related to election, okay. But we will go from the basic one like ballot box, GE stands for what?
Coalition.
Oh yeah, coalition. Yes. Good. And then we are also going towards the complicated one like kingmaker. Those terms would assist us to better understand the whole thing happening, because I believe that if we read something that we do not understand, it would definitely affect our understanding, which at the end of the day, when we are about to argue with people, we will lost. Sebab you tak faham term dia.
Yes.
Okay, so bila you nak bercakap dengan orang, so you will lost. Alright, so
nanti jadi macam ayam dengan itik lah.
Yeah, ayam dengan itik. Yeah. Alright, so we'll start with, as you know, a democracy government like us, we have government and we also have
Raja, King.
Government, we also have opposition.
Opposition.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We also have the opposition.
Cross-party.
All right, so a government like the previous government that we had, BN, a group of people in charge of ruling or managing the country. So our existing government is Pakatan Harapan. All right, and the polls. POLLS, the polls, okay? For example, when people say, okay, Malaysians went to the polls on May 9. Speaking of POLLS, what does it mean actually?
Polls, undi.
Undi, okay, the process of voting in an election. So the process of voting, we call it polls, okay? POLLS. So the way we put it in a sentence, Panas.
Panas.
The way we put it in a sentence. Oh, Malaysians went to the polls, okay, on May 9th.
On May 9th.
Went to the poll. Okay? Maksudnya, oh, Malaysians semua pergi mengundi. Okay, on May 9. Alright. And when you go to the polls, there will be a ballot given to you. Ballot. How to spell ballot?
BALLOT.
Yes. Ballot means?
Kertas undi.
Yes, the printed form, kertas undi. A simple
Yes.
word, we call it kertas undi. A printed form or a document that lists the choices during an election. So from the ballot, so you fill in the ballot. Fill in or fill up? Ngisi.
We say fill up.
Okay, for a form, untuk borang. So ladies and gentlemen, you bear this in mind. For a form, it is to fill in.
Fill in.
But for, let's say, the bottle.
The bottle.
Can I have the bottle? Okay, for this water bottle, this is fill up, which means if you pour the drink into it, the water into it, it will going up. So you call it fill up. You fill it to make it up.
Okay.
This is fill up. So for the form, it is fill in. All right. So for the ballot, once you have filled in the ballots, you put it into ballot box. So we call the term ballot box. All right. So whenever people say, okay, go approach the ballot box and put it inside it. So you know the ballot box is a box where voters put the ballots during an election. All right. So the candidate, calon yang bertanding, right? Candidate, someone who is running for a particular position. What do you know? What do you understand by the word democracy and democrat? Democracy. Yeah, democracy. Democracy, we know. Suara rakyat, yes. Democracy is a noun. While democrat is referring to a person. Us.
Yes.
Okay, we are a democrat, a person who belongs to the Democratic Political Party. So we are, all of us are actually a democrat. All right. So perbuatan mengundi itself, we call it vote. Orang yang mengundi, the people who vote, is called voters. Okay, we are a voter. And there is also another term, okay, when we refer to people who are eligible to vote, we call it electorate. Electorate, yes. ELECTORATE. Electorate. Okay.
So if we want to make one sentence using democracy word.
Democracy.
So, okay. How we supposed to make one sentence using the democracy?
Okay, to come up with a sentence that contain democracy in it, we can say that I am so proud being a Malaysian, a country which uphold the democracy system. Uphold means yang mengangkat. Okay, democracy system. Okay.
Where is my ballot paper?
My ballot paper. Can I have the ballot paper?
Yes.
No, we don't call it ballot paper. It's just straight away ballot.
Ballot.
Yeah. Can I have the ballot? So, so they know that the ballot is straight away is a printed form. Okay. All right. Next.
There's another words or terms which we use during election by
phantom voter.
Yeah, phantom voters,
yes.
cross party.
Phantom voters means pengundi hantu. Phantom voters. Okay. All right. So anyway, I always heard people saying the word coalition, especially in this GE 14. Okay, compared to previous one, there's not so many words like that. But for this term, okay, we are having GE. GE actually stands for what?
General election.
General election. Election. General means umum. Pilihan raya umum, PRU. So translated into English, we call it GE. All right. So coalition. Coalition means, in simpler words, we call it actually coalition pakatan. That's why sebab ada Pakatan Harapan. So that's why for this GE, Pakatan, the word coalition, I would say, were everywhere. All right. It's a temporary alliance, you know, a temporary alliance for combined actions, especially of political parties. So it's also can be referred as alliance, union.
So how
we put it into sentence?
Yes.
Okay, we can place this in sentences like, okay, the general election saw no change in the ruling four-party coalition. Four-party coalition. Pakatan empat parti tersebut. Yes. Okay, the coalition. Or in simpler word, you can say, oh, the PH coalition. Oh, who won the election? Oh, the PH coalition. Pakatan Harapan. Okay, the coalition. Coalition means Pakatan.
Interesting, interesting. There's another one.
Okay.
Terms manifesto.
Manifesto. All right. Speaking of manifesto is actually a public declaration, okay, of intentions. A public declarations of intentions. It can be of intentions. It can be of opinions. But you make it declared. Okay, you make it you declare it publicly so that everybody would know. Okay, what's your intention? So, for example, referring to our recent general election for Pakatan Harapan, their manifesto was actually booked. Okay, they book the manifesto and they call it Buku Harapan, which devotes about 3 pages, something like that. I saw it. And for Barisan Nasional, their manifesto was also booked. And they call it Bersama BN Hebatkan Negara. So those are all manifestos. But for bahasa kita, sometimes we call it janji-janji, janji manismu. But
janji harus ditepati.
But it's actually a public declaration of intentions and opinions. And the word manifesto is not only used for political situations. It also can be used, you know, in academic, in academic ambience. Yes, where we have, what's your manifesto of this department? You know, in organizing this event.
But
whatsoever.
I think people more alert with manifesto words, but during election, because I think
that's what attracts them.
Yeah,
because they
it's more popular.
Yeah, the word manifesto, because to them it's their promises.
Yes.
Yeah, so they.
So can I use this word manifesto towards my husband? Like,
yeah, of course.
What is your manifesto?
This is not exclusively used only for politics. You know, it can also be used in household, you know, conversations. Okay, all right. So before we go for a break, can I have another word which is very, very interesting for me? Okay, especially for this GE, we have the word kingmaker this time. Yes, kingmaker. One word, KING MAKER. This is not king literally as a king, you know, like
macam main chess lah.
Yeah. Yes, correct. But this kingmaker refer to a party or a person with power, okay, to influence the choice of a ruler. Okay, we put it in our situation. Okay, coming back to our recent GE that we just had. I still remember reading somewhere from one of the past figures saying that if we secure, let's say the situation is like this, if we secure 40 parliamentary seats, okay, I think it was said by Dr. Mahfuz. Okay, Datuk Dr. Mahfuz Muhammad. Okay, if we secure 40 parliamentary seats, we can be the kingmaker as BN and PH, as Barisan Nasional and Pakatan Harapan don't have enough seats to form the government. So we are the kingmaker, which means, okay, which means they will have then to negotiate with us. You as a kingmaker, so people have to negotiate with you, okay, influence you, pujuk rayu you, okay. So so as a kingmaker, pass, okay, would be in the position to impose conditions. You boleh bagi syarat because they want you.
Like what happened in Perak.
Yeah. What happened?
I love that.
Okay, in the position to impose condition either on BN or either on
PH.
On PH. Yeah. So PAS has that kind of power. But as much as I concerned, I read something about unity government too.
Yes, UG.
Proposed by PAS.
PAS, yes.
Unity government means kerajaan perpaduan, which means they would like to form a government without opposition.
Yes.
So whenever you heard this term, kerajaan perpaduan, you mesti faham. Kerajaan perpaduan is a kind of government without opposition. Okay, it's made up of all political parties. Let's say if there is a pakatan, if there is a unity government successfully formed somewhere in Malaysia, so you know that okay, in that kind of government, all political parties are there. BN is there, PH is there, PAS is there,
and the others lah.
Okay. So
I think
probably we can have
before we go to break, or maybe we answer after the break lah.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we take a break first. Then we listen to Aerosmith, Pink, My Suara FM, Citra Generasi Informatif. Okay, kembali di My Suara FM, Citra Generasi Informatif, www.mysuarafm.com, www.mysuara.net/radio, dan juga boleh tonton kami melalui YouTube My Suara TV, Twitter My Suara FM, dan juga di Facebook page My Suara FM. Saya harap anda semua belajar banyak perkataan yang digunakan sepanjang dalam general election ataupun dalam PRU 14 yang baru saja berlangsung pada minggu lepas. Dan hari ini di dalam Still Fun with English bersama dengan cikgu kita Wan Solehah, yang mana dah beberapa perkataan kita kongsikan dengan pendengar, dan juga ini ada lagi soalan-soalan daripada pendengar kita, which is seperti perkataan
manifesto,
top dog, manifesto, simple majority, nepotism, what is the purpose of saluran 1 to saluran 14. Alamak, itu rasanya kena pihak SPR yang jawab tu. Okey, tapi saya rasalah melalui ni pendapat peribadi saya, saya rasa saluran 1 hingga 14 tu adalah dibahagikan mengikut tahun kita dilahirkan. Seperti contohnya saya saluran 5, dan saya rasa untuk saluran 5 adalah mereka dilahirkan daripada tahun 80 sehingga 85. Saya rasa.
Why do you think they make it that way? Why do you think the process has to be according to the year that we were born?
Because I think diorang akan tahu sebenarnya saluran mana yang mempunyai pengundi yang paling ramai.
Yes, I think for the long run, okay, untuk jangka masa akan datang, probably they want to make analysis, you know, some kind of analysis, so that in future they know how to tackle, you know, people coming from this kind of generations, you know.
And I notice saluran 5 mempunyai ramai sangat pengundi, which is in every school, in every pusat daerah mengundi, semua cakap benda yang sama.
Yes, correct.
And diorang akan cakap beratur. Macam saya dekat sekolah Sri Tasik, Dek, saya beratur daripada tempat mengundi tingkat 2. Saya beratur daripada tingkat 1.
Really?
Yes, then I have to beratur dekat tangga, I have to beratur tepi tangga.
It's like it's everywhere.
Yes, dan saya kena beratur sepanjang 3 jam lebih.
My goodness.
Yes. This year really, I think betul-betul menjadikan election yang saya panggil lah, kalau nak compare dengan other election,
one of the most struggling election.
Yes, and also mother of election.
The mother of election. Because it brings the wind of change.
Yes.
All right, so I think to all our supporters out there, if you have any experience, just like what Ira has just shared with us, you can also leave your comments here, sharing words that you have learned from the election, you know, in case you have found out yourself. Okay, you can share it here, because I think every day, whatever things that we go through is a kind of learning process to us. Be it from election, be it from, you know, our own routine. We learn always something every day. All right, so you can share it with us here. You can just drop the comments in our Facebook and watch us live here. So coming back to one of the questions here that we have,
top dog.
The top dog, TOPDOG, top dog. What does it mean? All right, top dog in the coalition. In the coalition, it means a person who is dominant. You know, a person with power, a person who is more dominant compared to the others. Or you can also say top dog is the favorite of all. Okay, is a favorite people of all. So
we who is the favorite?
Yeah, who is the top dog? Yeah. Who is the hero? Okay. Who is the top dog? I read somewhere from the Star newspaper. There's someone claimed himself to be a top dog. I'm a top dog of the election. Now you can find out from the internet. So it was actually said by Tun M. He actually has declared himself as a top dog. So probably he could sense that people favor him, and I don't know, he's a man of power, so he probably could gauge. Gauge means mengukur, measure. Gauge is actually spelled GAUGE.
Yes. And I heard people say
gauge. Yes, but we learn from it. We learn from the mistakes.
terbesar pula ke tak?
Gauge. It's actually gauge. Okay. Okay, remember GAUGE, gauge ke, gauge ke, it's actually gauge. Okay, which means measure. So I think he's a man that, you know, he somehow could really gauge his capabilities. So he know where he stands. So he knew that somehow he would win. Or I'm not sure. I am here not to talk about politics, but it's more to words related to politics.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
another word.
Okay, another word to share is, okay, this is very, very, I would say, unpopular, but very important to us. Okay, if you read a lot, you will finally find this term. The first post, the first, first last the post.
First last the post.
First last the post is actually the name of a system.
First last the post.
Yes, first last the post.
Post POST.
POST. First. Okay. First last but sorry, first past the post.
First past that's first past the post. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, another term is the first past the post. Okay? First past the post is a kind of system, okay, where or in other words, we call it simple majority system.
All right.
Simple majority system. If you see here,
By Khalil Kusari.
Lucky not gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's gauge, okay? It's gauge, Kamaruddin. All right, so if you see here, can I see? If you see here,
Simple majority.
Simple majority. So simple majority is actually referring to this term. The first past the post. First past the post. Remember, it is referring to our system, the one that we are actually exercising now. Okay, the one that we are practicing, which means it refers to simple majority, where the candidate that wins the most votes in an election wins. As simple as that. Okay, you get the most majority, you get the majority votes, and then you simply win. Simple wins. Dia panggil majority mudah adalah muktamad. But okay, this is actually something practiced by countries, Commonwealth countries like us, like British. Okay, but if you notice, okay, approaching our recent GE recently, we actually there was a commotion. Commotion means, I would say, macam keriuhan lah. Okay, argument. There was an argument from past saying that why we have to practice, why we have to really go through this system, the first past the post. They do not agree because, okay, let's say 100% polls, BN won, let's say 50.9%.
Okay.
And the other 49.9% or 49.1% belongs to the candidates who was defeated by the one who win. So, but there were actually people who voted for the 49.9. So they argued that okay, if we really do this system first past the post, how about those
49.1%?
49.9 or 49.1%. How about those who really wish to be, to have their voice upheld by the candidate that they have selected. So there came another term which opposed the first past the post, which is proportionate representation. Proportionate representations is the other way around. Okay, where kita tak buat majority mudah, so there's no such thing as majority mudah adalah muktamad. So there will be some kind of other alternative to it. All right. So I think we shall have a break. Can we we have a
Already
break?
12.
Yes.
Already almost 12.
Almost 12.
Yeah.
Can we have our last break before we
go?
Okay, before we move on to another words.
Okay. Alright. Kita akan berehat sekejap. Kita dengarkan lagu ini daripada Sweet Charity, Serjuta Wajah, My Suara FM. kembali di My Suara FM, Still Fun with English, bersama dengan Cikgu Bahasa Inggeris kita, Cikgu Wan Soleha. Dan lagi perkataan yang sering kali digunakan di dalam pilihan raya, terutamanya baru-baru ni, pada minggu lepas kan kita baru saja habis pilihan raya umum ke-14. Jadi selain daripada perkataan coalition, daripada perkataan top dogs, daripada perasaan ballot, daripada perkataan-perkataan seperti
first past the post system,
yes.
Kingmaker,
which is apa ni,
system.
Kalau ayat mudah dia simple
majority system. Yes, correct.
Okay, jadi apa lagi perkataan seterusnya yang kita akan belajar hari ni?
How to say menang tipis in English? Menang tipis.
Thin win.
Thin win. Okay, menang tipis. Speaking of tipis, okay, when we refer to kemenangan or peluang, we call it slim. The chance is very slim. The chance of winning is very slim. Oh, they had a slim victory. Or you can say that, they have narrow majority. Okay, narrow majority also can, slim victory also can be used. What else? Normally slim victory. Okay,
slim like us.
Okay. Alright, so nepotism. Nepotism is actually the practice among those with power, okay, or influence of you got the power, but you favor relative or friends, okay, and especially by giving them jobs. In other words, cronyism. Nepotism. Cronism lah lebih kurang. For example,
macam kita ada satu group Kroni My Suara, jadi kita adalah nepotism. Boleh tak guna ayat macam tu?
Probably we can say, his years in office were marked by corruptions and nepotism. It connotes something negative lah. Okay, nepotism.
Okay. Kita positif.
Alright, nepotism. Alright, so anyway, because by I can say that by common sense, we have to be fair to everyone. If we practice if we practice our power, you exercise your power by favoring your relative, your close friends. So how about people who are also eligible but not related to you? They have their own rights too, right? So
then they don't even get any single chance.
Yeah. The chance is slim.
Yeah. The chance is slim, like us.
Alright, so I also came across another interesting words. Gerrymander. Yes, gerrymandering. For example, ayat ni macam ni. The sentence goes like this.
Okay.
He lost. Whatever he, I tak tahulah takkan. Tapi he lost because all this while he practices gerrymandering and how to pronounce this? Malapportionment. Yes. Malapportionment means persempadanan yang tidak sekata. And gerrymandering refer to penentuan sempadan pilihan raya. You buat persempadanan semula, those stuff, and some parties, perceive it as unfair.
Didn't agree. They didn't agree.
They disagreed to certain extent. So, and some people also relate this, to the loss of the governments, of the previous government, because of gerrymandering. So, gerrymandering, I would say these are strong big words which were used, I would say, in many articles and also it was also mentioned in the English, in the English news broadcasting.
Tapi kalau kita dalam bahasa Melayu, kita sebut je persempadanan semula.
Yes,
cuma kalau dalam bahasa Inggeris, apabila kadang-kadang saya notice kan, beberapa hari kebelakangan ni orang banyak melihat Astro Awani, which mereka menggunakan both bahasa Melayu dan juga bahasa Inggeris. Dan saya rasa kita wajar untuk mengetahui terms-terms di dalam bahasa Inggeris yang digunakan dalam bualan jual bicara, dalam analisis, dalam talk show dan sebagainya.
Why do you think these terms are important for us to at least understand it?
So that for the next PRU,
For the next 5 years to come.
5 years to come, which is we are more alert, and maybe if not for the next PRU, which is we in Malaysia also have the PRK, which is Pilihan Raya Kecil.
Yes, correct.
And also
Correct.
Bukan setakat untuk pilihan raya politik untuk negara sebagainya. Maybe in our company, kita dalam university, which is kita juga menggunakan sistem pilihan raya.
Yes, correct.
Untuk mengadakan majlis MPP. Dah lupa nama penuh dia, MPP. Dan
correct.
juga nak pilih kita punya.
Election is everywhere actually, not only for GE.
Dalam rumah ada boleh buat election
Yes,
tak?
correct kan? You nak elect siapa?
Tanya anak I. Nak siapa jadi Perdana Menteri?
Siapa PM? Haruslah mak.
Because that day when my son asked me like, Mami, apa politik?
What is politics? Wow.
Politics.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
of he heard we talk about politics and everything. So we are talking about politics in Indonesia, politics in US, and suddenly we changed to politics in Malaysia, and then I think dia dengar lah, dia alert, and then he asked me, then I said like,
What age he is? 3
years, 3 years plus. And I was
such
like,
a heavy topic to digest.
And then why is apa politik? Walaupun pelat tapi kita macam, what? Politik? You ask me about politik, then what should I answer to you? I was like,
What was the answer then?
okay, Mummy is the Deputy Prime Minister. Your father, Ayah, is Prime Minister.
And then?
I was like, oh, I don't know. Memang dia tak faham. Then I said, okay, never mind. Bila dah besar nanti, Ami jadi Perdana Menteri, okay? I just literally say that, and then he answered me like, okay, Mummy. I was like, oh my God, what am I telling you actually?
But actually one day he would understand it.
Yes, yes. So okay, kita mengakhiri kelas bahasa Inggeris
I
kita
think we
hari
have
ini.
come to the end of our English session. So it's so nice to be having your supports and views. So I hope to see you again next week with a more interesting topic.
Yeah. So insyaAllah pada minggu hadapan,
Same day, same time.
Yes, anda akan bersama dengan DM kembali.
really?
Masuk kelas bahasa Inggeris kerana DM sekarang ni tengah stuck duduk kat Perlis sana tu. Sebab
dah balik dari ni
dah balik,
Kemboja.
tapi kereta api pula tak ada tiket. So duduklah dekat Perlis tu ya. Okay, jadi anda kembali bersama dengan DM. InsyaAllah DM akan mula tugas paling awal adalah pada hari Khamis nanti, daripada jam 8 pagi hingga 12 tengah hari. Jadi nak tahu apa berita menarik yang DM akan kongsikan bersama dengan anda, anda kena dengarkan kami tiap hari. Kalau hari Isnin, DM akan bertugas pada pukul 4 hingga 8 malam. Pada hari Selasa hingga Jumaat, daripada 8 pagi hingga 12 tengah hari. Dan saya seperti biasa, hari-hari saya conquer 12 hingga 4. Dan kita akan tutup tirai dulu untuk Still Fun with English, dan kita akan jumpa kembali minggu depan. Dan selepas ini akan anda bersama dengan saya lagi. Kita berada di dalam zon celik minda kesihatan mental, dan pada minggu ini kita akan discuss berkenaan dengan amfetamin. Apakah itu amfetamin dan apakah kegunaannya, bagaimanakah cara penggunaannya dan penyalahgunaannya. Jadi kalau anda juga mempunyai soalan yang ingin ditanyakan kepada pakar yang kami bawakan daripada Hospital Kuala Lumpur, daripada unit padu, daripada psychiatry addiction unit, which is itulah maksud padu. Anda boleh tanyakan di ruangan komen di Facebook Live kami, juga melalui Twitter MySuara FM dan juga di YouTube MySuara TV. Jadi saya akan tinggalkan anda dengan sebuah lagu daripada Eka Matra, Pusara di Lebuh Raya. Saya tahu ramai peminat lagu-lagu rock kapak ni.